It is for this reason that Srila Prabhupada dedicated his entire life and very breath to write and speak the Srimad Bhagavatam. And we see to it that it was printed in quantity. So our mission, which is one and the same with the mission of our spiritual master, is to present Srimad Bhagavatam to you for the greatest benefit. And this is Vaisheshika is just speaking on this particular occasion, but it's interesting to hear what he has to say, isn't it? I'll just go. I'm here to beg you to please take Srimad Bhagavatam tonight and put it in your home. Just putting it there will change everything. Your home will become a holy tirtha that the demigods and the heavenly planets will glance on and worship. This is the benefit of keeping Srimad Bhagavatam in your home. I've come here to Texas all the way from California just for this. Please take a set of Srimad Bhagavatam tonight, and the local devotees will give you a free 1-year subscription to Back to Godhead magazine. And also, this is the best part, the devotees will bring the Srimad Bhagavatam set to your home and perform an installation ceremony for this most sacred literature when they place it there. This means you just have to find one place in your home for the books, invite the devotees in, and they will come there. Perform some kirtan and a special puja to Srimad Bhagavatam in order to inaugurate the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in your home. If you like, you can invite your friends so that they can also take part in the ceremony. In Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains the benefits of hearing the pastimes of both Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna together. When we hear them both, we not only understand the highest spiritual truth, we taste ambrosia. This is from the Majjhima. By understanding the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can understand the truth about Krishna. By understanding Krishna, one can understand the limit of all knowledge described in various revealed scriptures. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are a full ocean of nectar of the pastimes of Lord Krishna. When one mixes these, they become very sweet. By the mercy of the pure devotees, whoever tastes them can understand the depths of that sweetness. This is actually Vaisheshika Prabhu wants everyone to take a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita as well. So anyway, I'll just finish it. This is just the last paragraph. Wherever and whenever you decide to display sets of Srila Prabhupada's books, you can start by following the third law of book distribution. The more, what's the third law?
The more you show, the more you sell.
Yeah, the more you show, the more you sell. When you make the sets visible, you will sell them. The more visible you make them, the more readily you will sell them. And this can only be done by talking about the historical and spiritual significance of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu ki. Hare Krishna. So, is there any comments? Anyone would like to add anything? Would like to say anything about the Bhagavatam? Rina, she should give a speech now that Bhagavatam is suddenly taking shelter.
Yeah, quite a long time I have been looking for the book, and then when you told me that the book is coming, I was so happy. Like I just can't wait to get it into my house, you know. And today I'm feeling so blessed to have all of you coming here and with a set of Bhagavatam. Thanks very much, everybody.
Haribol!
Not sure who said, maybe Srila Prabhupada, if you recall, or some disciples, that suppose all the books in the world, all the books are destroyed, and let's say there's only one, Bhagavatam is left. There's nothing lost. You get the most essential knowledge in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the most valuable knowledge you says something about the value and importance of Bhagavad.
You started to read every week.
It's really nice to see this. This is for the first time. First time in Ireland. So I'm really happy and delighted it's happening. It's kind of a dream come true. I had a recent dream for me, but I'm kind of hope this is first. Thank you, Rina, for inviting us here.
Thank you for
I'm
coming.
reading Bhagavatam to your home. Kind of see it ties really nicely together what we just started in the temple reading Bhagavatam. So I hope this and reading will inspire many more to take Bhagavatam reading, at least reading and read online, but there's much more. Having the Bhagavatam is another thing. It's another level. So I kind of say Jay to all of this.
Anyone else like to say something? I'll just say something as well, just shortly. I got a lot of inspiration from. I used to read nearly every day for about half an hour, but I found that when I put a quantity on it, it actually helped hugely to make sure I actually read. So I found out that if you read 40 pages a day, you'll fit the whole Bhagavatam, all of that book, in 1 year. I think it's 41 pages a day for 306 days. No, I took it a little bit. I took a little bit less. Sometimes I read up to 40 pages, but a lot of the time I said I'll definitely read 20 pages every day, so I'll finish it in 2 years. But I have to say that since I took that on board and took on board to read Bhagavad Gita, one chapter every day, I have to say it's had another level of experience for me in my spiritual life, because it's even though I don't always get to read Bhagavad Gita every day, I will read twice the next day. I kind of make it up. Like some days I just haven't. But I have a Bhagavad Gita at my bed just before I take rest, so I forgot. And still, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to read that one chapter. But better to read it early if possible. But I found though that it has had that effect on my own spiritual life. That there was a talk about surrender, and we all know that the main purpose of Bhagavad Gita, in the very end of it, it says, Krishna says, Saradharma Paricita, if you surrender unto me, I will take away all your sinful activities, do not fear. So it has the effect of me doing this as a surrender to Krishna, by chanting my rounds, reading Bhagavad Gita and reading Bhagavatam. And in that way, I don't have to worry about anything in my life. And I've got a few things to worry about. We run a business, and there's always this, difficulties will come in the business all the time, or there's different difficulties will happen in one's life. But by doing this, the worries don't happen. It's just the anxiety is taken away, and we can just get on with the work. Get on with surrendering to Krishna. Not be on the mental platform, because sometimes we worry, isn't it? People we worry about this, and this. But actually, the worries go away when we take on these vows of chanting and reading Bhagavad Gita every day, and that actually gets me back to what I was saying at the very beginning when I first Srimad Bhagavatam, because my spiritual master said at that point was, he took about anxiety. I was going to college for 3 years, and I just never felt exactly right, even studying all the souls and whatever. And I just always knew there was something wrong or something was uneasy in life up till I was about 22, 23. I couldn't work it out. But just when he started to talk about that anxiety, I realised that's it. That's been the problem. I'm in anxiety, and I don't know why I'm in anxiety. You know. But since then, all 3 years ago, I have to say that that anxiety has not been there. You know, the more that I go on in spiritual life, the more I see that not only is it not there, but it starts being replaced by happiness, by peacefulness, and by a sense of this is great. You know, this being in this world is fantastic. It's I somehow or other now found out how to be peaceful in this world. But the only reason that I can keep that meditation up is by reading every day. Then I forget it, you know. Then I start to worry about things again. And the anxiety starts kicking in. But if I surrender to reading every day, then that's not there. And then I realise the importance. And then I just go on and I do my best. And if my best isn't good enough, what can I do? So that's why it is a great lifestyle which we can give to others. You know, it's actually giving people freedom, and giving them actual happiness. It's explained so often in the Bhagavatam. Krishna says it over and over and over again. You know, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, honor and dishonor. You know, heat and cold and summer. All these dualities are here in the world, and the more we read, the more we're detached from those things. But not only is that detachment there, the more we read, and especially in Bhagavatam, the more we will start to connect with Krishna. And the more we start to understand what the spiritual world is actually like, and realize that the spiritual world is real. If we read from the Introduction to Bhagavad Gita, or from Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada says that we will actually start to experience God as an actual fact, a tangible fact. We won't have any doubts anymore, because that's one of the other reasons for anxiety is doubt, you know. And Krishna says in the 7th chapter, Maya Shakta Mayam Parta Yoga Mayam Madashram Samshayam Samagramam. It means that we can know Krishna and go free from doubt. And that is the happiest position in this world. Because even when I was studying very early on, that doubt was always there, but I didn't know it. And even again in our daily life, we can have the experience of Krishna reality, free from doubt, if we take shelter in these books. You know, if we surrender to reading these books, because the doubt will occur again when we're not reading. When we're not reading, the doubts come in, the anxieties come in. But when we're actually reading and hearing and chanting, those doubts are just not there. And Krishna descends like Golokara, Premadana, Harinama Sankirtan. Krishna descends. And then we'll hear all about the pastimes of Krishna. You know, we'll start to hear what Krishna does in the spiritual world. We'll understand what it is, the sublime relationship between Krishna and Radha. You know, we will actually get that clearly in our heart, because that's really who we are. We're servants of Krishna in the spiritual world. We'll understand even the material world. We'll get to understand why the material world is the way it is. Male, female, you know, whole gamut of the material experience. We'll see it from a different perspective. We'll what's actually happening. And that way we'll, especially by associating with the books and the devotees of Prabhupada, how they understood the importance of giving this Krishna consciousness to others. And then when we do that, when we give the consciousness to others, then the whole problem will be so happy. You know, even by giving out one book, I heard it explained that the whole parampara is going like this. Yes, wonderful. Just by giving out that one book, the whole parampara is pleased, and it means that we are ourselves being recognized by Krishna for doing this activity, but also we will attain that state of tranquility, that state of happiness within. So many verses in Bhagavad Gita
Sorry.
speak about peacefully shivering in the bottom. So much of that peacefulness will be there in our life, and that's what we can give to other people. Because people need this peacefulness, they need to be free from anxiety, and they need to have belief in that in God. Because that's how they're made. The whole inner being is soul needs that inner peace. So if anybody here is seriously practicing Krishna consciousness and is associating with people, then they're giving that peace to people in general. And that is the great need in this age of Kali. So any other comments? Anything you'd like to add? Sanjay Prabhu, tell me your experience.
Reading, association is very, very important. We have been reading this particular thing since beginning. I mean, since the time we have joined this Krishna consciousness, and it's as important as the association books. So I haven't got that courage to go for Bhagavatam yet, but I'm reading Bhagavad Gita and other small books, whatever we have, and it's true. I mean, whatever doubts we have in our mind, whatever confusions we have, so they all get cleared once we read something in these books. So Krishna makes a kind of situation for us, like I have a particular, in my life. So I get a topic in Bhagavad Gita which is related. So, the Krishna is creating that situation. He is through this literature explaining that yes, you have this problem, but at the same time you have the solution too. So, I mean, because many times we can say that it can be coincidence, but coincidence can be once. It cannot be again and again. It means something is there who is telling us, who is creating this kind of situation for us. So we just have to keep our mind open to that. We just have to be ready to go for that association of devotees as well as association of books.
So if there's anyone else wants to share.
I think it's nice to be reminded that the Bhagavatam is actually the panacea for anxiety and fear, because generally, as living entities, we're constantly in a state, to some degree of anxiety and fear. And if we remember, before coming in touch with devotees, books, Srila Prabhupada philosophy, everyone's different, of course, but generally those elements were there, and they definitely, absolutely, as you said, they were massively alleviated by chanting, hearing, and philosophy, and reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and associating with devotees. So it's nice to be reminded, and I think of course we should remind ourselves of that regularly, so that we are able to express appreciation and gratitude regularly for what we have, and not because the tendency is we could become a little complacent, take it for granted, because our natural state now, our natural, let's say, mental state now is so much better than previously, when we were floundering, lost in the material world, completely bewildered. So we have to remember that, and give praise, gratitude, and also then we have a duty to reciprocate by helping others come to this state as well, because experiential. You know, it says, you know, we don't generally learn by hearing in this age, but we learn by experience. But sometimes by hearing, you might get a glimmer of, well, let me try that, let me see, you know. So we have that responsibility as well.
Srimad Bhagavatam